So we talk on here a lot about how the national media just never seems to magically give the Vikings the time of day, because frankly, it is a lot of surface level analysis, and it's tough. I do commiserate, empathize that covering all 32 teams, it's tough to do a deep dive and know the nooks and crannies of at a micro level of each individual team. Like no one knows that Nate Metters is rocked up and ready to go, baby. Let's go. So the national media jabroni haircuts, I mean, they see, oh, Stephon Diggs, well, he's gone. Everson Griffin is likely gone. And then Waynes, Mack, as well as Xavier Rhodes, oh, they're gone. So the Vikings, beep, bop, 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 boop, must be bad this year, right? But we as Vikings fans know, Diggs, we loved him, very talented, but was a diva. Justin Jefferson, the first-round pick, is ready to step in and step out. Waynes, Mack, and Xavier really was more addition by subtraction, because I'll take El Jefe, Homie Closer, Cameron Dantzler, as well as Harrison Hand at 1/10 of the price. Plus, Afadi, even if Everson is back, is ready to rock and roll. Like, he's ready to be a starter in this league. Yeah, but still, the national media on the Vikings like, meh. So that was on full display this week as ESPN and Pro Football Focus, they collaborated and ranked the Vikings having the 17th best roster in the league. Now, PFF, I mean, to their credit, have started to give the Vikings a little bit of respect. ESPN, not so much. But this one, I don't know. Right? So they listed the Viking strengths. Talked about Kendricks. They talked about Harrison Smith and Anthony Harrison being the best safety duo in the NFL. Understand that. But also, not a single mention of Danielle Hunter. Which, yeah, shocker, because Danielle, for as much praise as we give PFF, they get it wrong on Danielle. Like, they can see the numbers in front of them, right? They can see the pressure numbers. They can see the consistency. They can see the willingness to play the run. But, yeah, Danielle Hunter was their ninth best edge rusher in their list of players for 2020, as well as 50th overall. Barely made the top 50. So that disrespect is real. And they talked about the biggest weaknesses. So they said this, quote, the Vikings did address the offensive line by selecting Ezra Cleveland in the second round of the 2020 draft, but it was really the interior pass protection that hamstrung this unit last season. That doesn't project to be significantly better in 2020. Garrett Bradbury, blah, 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 will need to take a big step in his second season, even to be average for the position in pass protection. Meanwhile, both guard spots are up in the air, including a potential move to guard for either Cleveland or Riley Reif. There are still a lot of things to work out leading up to next season, end quote. So, yeah, the offensive line issues are fair. Although you do notice on the chart that they do have my ideal offensive line combination with Ezra Cleveland at left tackle, Riley Reif inside, as well as Drew Samia starting at right guard. So, frankly, if that happens, I think that's going to give the Vikings the best shot at fielding a competent offensive line this year, which, trickle-down economics is going to help Kirk Cousins, help Dalvin Cook, help the entire offense, help this entire team, etc. So they didn't even mention Cousins in the piece, by the way. Even though I feel like PFF has been a lot more fair with Kirk Cousins than most other outlets. So that's a little intriguing. I understand. It's a full list of 32 teams. You can't figure everything in there, but it just seems a little bit odd. And yes, the Vikings do have a lot of moving parts. They do have a lot of things up in the air. A lot of things are TBD. A lot of untested and unproven players coming in. And I get that outlets don't want to go on a limb and project, because if it falls flat on their ass, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, why'd you do that, right? It's much easier to react to what happens as opposed to project what happens, even though this is supposed to be a projection. But yeah. But you're telling me, the Vikings roster, the Rooster, as constructed, is in the same neighborhood talent-wise as the Patriots, Lions, and Bears, who are 18, 19, and 21 respectively. Nah, son. Ain't buying that one at all. So I would love to see like this list or some semblance of this list updated mid-season or even end of season, because the Vikings will easily slide into the top 10 and even in the top 5, especially if some of these young guns step up and step out. But it's okay. Again, I enjoy being an underdog. I think in general Vikings fans do as well. But we're not getting that respect, but we never get it from the national media. But that's okay. Stay sleeping on this roster. Zimmer and company are going to shock the world. So bring it. All right, so your thoughts. Vikings having the 17th best roster in the NFL. Please let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Post on the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skol. Production value.